Broken glasses. Those are safety glasses for a pirate. But he's got to be a lefty, not a righty. I got a call last week from a company that makes laser levels, and they said, we need your eyes to come calibrate our equipment. Apparently you got to be a rocket psychologist to figure this out. We raised the spindle. How is the brake line too short? Look at you looking all gangster in your cowboy boots and shop shirt. Watch out, world. She's being raised on the south side of the house. Welcome back to Crossthread Garage and Salvage, a channel dedicated to me, Steve, teaching my daughter Caitlin how to work on old vehicles and to learn a few lessons along the way, like sometimes things don't exactly go as planned. And the fact of the matter is, if it's gonna get done, somebody's gonna have to do it.
It might as well be you.
Might as well be her.
And us.
This week on Crossthread Garage, we do this. We drop the front end, finally, on the C10 project. We got this thing lowered 5 inches in the front this week.
5 inches.
New tie rod, new tie, inner and outer, new upper and lower ball joints. Cut the springs, new shocks, drag link reinstalled, new pitman arm, new idler arm, new steering gear, new power steering lines, new bushings for the sway bar. It all came apart, and in the end, it all goes back together. And we got a merch shop. Check this out. See the hat I'm wearing? One of these could be yours. CrossthreadGarageandSalvage.com. Go there. Links in the description.
Hoodies, crew necks,
right
shirts, hats,
and we're adding more merchandise. So let us know what you want. If you want some of these sweet shop shirts, we can make those available. You can have one. Won't have my name on it, unless of course your name is Steve and you go pay for the embroidery yourself, but you know, that's a possibility.
And if they buy,
first 20 orders that come in on the site, 4 of you are randomly gonna get one of these. The old center cap from the Chevy wheels on the GMC truck. Because what we also did this week was put new center caps on. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and join us this week on Crossthread Garage and Salvage.
Leave a comment.
As we struggle and struggle, but finally get it done. Last week we tried getting the suspension put down in the front 5.5 inches. Found out about halfway through, after we tore everything apart, Rock Auto sent us the wrong parts for pretty much everything on the front end. So, well, we ran into a little bit of a problem here, guys. Caitlin, I thought I'd be smart and come out here last night and just assemble these tie rod ends. This appeared a lot smaller than that, the diameter. So I got out my measuring tool, which is a crescent wrench, and confirmed, yes, in fact, it's not just a trick of my eyes. We're back this week for a second attempt, which is fine, because you know what they say, if at first you don't succeed, skydiving's probably not for you. We're gonna go ahead and start with ball joints today. So Caitlin's gonna put this upper ball joint in. These are bolt-in style, so there's 4 3 bolts that are gonna go through the top of that A-arm. Caitlin, drop that down through there. You have to spin it around.
Wait, which one of these moves?
They both move.
No.
So we're gonna put the insulation cup over that. All right, 7/8 inch wrench, tightening this until it presses in. That is a press-in ball joint, guys. We're going to feel the bottom just to make sure that it's flush all the way around. Getting a pinch, you can do what I told you last week and just tack weld the edges of this here so it never comes out. Kidding, don't. Seriously, you ought to know by now, this is not an advice channel. If it's helpful, great, but we're trying to be entertaining here. We're going to put the spring in here, Caitlin. Gotta go down a little bit further. There you go. Now come up. All right. Yeah, got it. I think we got it in the pocket. Yep. Okay, put your foot on there again. I gotta twist it so that the back of the spring seats in the pocket. Just take a little bit of pressure off of it. There you go.
Done?
Yep.
Where's this go?
Right here.
Put the other spring back on without me.
I did it by myself.
How?
I'm Superman, but I didn't want to do it by myself twice. I wanted you to have the experience of doing it.
How did you stand on it and?
I didn't stand on it. I got underneath it and I pushed down with one hand while I put the spring in with the other hand.
I'm literally stepping on that and pushing down.
I told you I've got superhuman strength. What are you doing? Easy. Good night.
Me too.
Lower the jack. You too, superhuman strength. All right. I gotta get the spindle on this other ball joint.
Oh, that's the wheel.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
Put this nut on.
I forgot what that was.
All right, now you run the jack up, and I'm gonna guide it into this. Oh, wait.
It's squishing the spring.
That's exactly what we needed to do. Keep good to keep going. Have that jack.
Oh, I can't let that.
Just let it down easy.
I can't.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't.
Yes, you can.
You've done this before.
2 hands on it. Turn it nice and slow. Come on. I don't have all day. We'll grease the jack later. Just ease it down. There you go. Okay, stop there. Let's just run it all the way down. Reposition it.
Wait, we're close.
No, we're close to it slipping off of there and popping out and hitting me in the face. Just run it down. All right, we're gonna have to use this castle nut to draw this down because it's starting to push this upper A-arm up. Caitlin's going to put these cotter keys in top and bottom, and I'm going to get some hardware together to get our shock mounted, and then we're going to start assembling the steering here, Caitlin. And this will be back together. Oh, and we got to mount the brake calipers back on here. You know, for as much as I complain about living in Ohio, the view in the backyard actually isn't so bad. Not so bad at all. I mean, I had to cut down 15 trees on this hillside to get that view. Still not as much of a fan as I am of Colorado. And I mention that because tomorrow, Caitlin and I are headed to Colorado to pick up her 41 Ford pickup. Bring that home for you as our next project. We're gonna throw the brake calipers back on here, so put this. See that brake pad? Brake line doesn't seem to be long enough. Doesn't fit. Right. Is that line kinked over there? I don't think it's designed to slip through there. That's not a slip through. Apparently you gotta be a rocket psychologist to figure this out.
I'm a man who discovered the wheel and built the Eiffel Tower out of metal and brawn.
We raised the spindle 2.5 inches. How is the brake line too short?
It's science. Chocolate chip.
What if we run that jack up underneath here? This jack isn't, yes. Put this jack under here and lift this A-arm. Sweetheart?
Yeah.
You need to tighten that handle because you're just jacking it up and it's falling back down. All right, stop right there. That's not land of mercy.
Isn't it working?
For some reason, this clip doesn't want to do clippy things anymore. Does that make a difference? Turn you up. Well, that's not good. Now it's rubbing. Look here, Caitlin. This line is now rubbing against the nut on that ball joint right here. That's a bad design flaw. Great.
Here's Johnny.
More problems. My favorite. Okay, Caitlin, run these in. Got it all seated in there now. Alright, now look, you're gonna need to get more leverage on there, so do this. Well, we got this bent a little bit so that there's no pressure against the top of the spindle, and there's actually some daylight behind that hose. Anyways, it's not rubbing on anything, and in a normal course of movement, once the steering is tied up, yeah, that's not going to be rubbing on anything. Well, we're in here getting ready to put a shock in, and I was just checking the hardware that we have, and kind of hard to see here, but when this nut came off of this stud, this upper shock mount, it stripped all the thread off there with it. There is nothing to bite to, so we're gonna have to change that upper mount. So we'll get that swapped out real quick, throw the shocks on, and then we'll be able to move the steering. All right, you got your wrench on there. I'm going to try and get down on the top here. Oh, I'm going to need an extension, but the headers are in the way.
I quit.
Well, we're removing this stud, and you can see by the red transfer paint that my removal tool, well, I'm doing it the way the instruction manual says to do it, but there seems to be a design flaw in this removal process, so we're going to sort that out real quick. Well, that was not worth it because the ones that I've got are the wrong size. Keeping in concert with the standard Crossthread garage modification regimen, The old Christmas tree bit out here. Just open it up one notch. Yep. In basically the same fashion that Caitlin's laundry gets done, the shocks are mounted. And by that, of course, I mean one of her parents did it for her. Now, Caitlin's got finals this week, and in this house, at least for now, academics takes priority, but we got a car show coming this week, and this project on this suspension has taken so much longer than we anticipated. I've got a problem. I'm going to be out of town for 3 days. Middle of this week, we've got a car show at the end of the week that we're sponsoring, putting on with our church. And this thing is sitting on jack stands in my garage, which means I can't get the Hairline out and I can't get the Ratrod out until this is able to get down on the ground. So I am in a pinch. She's inside studying and I'm out here working. We're just gonna keep working because, as I often say, if it's gonna get done, somebody's gonna have to do it. And it's probably not gonna be your 14-year-old daughter when she's got finals tomorrow. So in this case, probably ought to be me.
1 day later.
Put that steering gear right up here. And then I put a bolt through the back of this frame right here. So this bottom hole here, Caitlin, I need to line up with this bolt that's right here. Look at you looking all gangster in your cowboy boots and shop shirt. Watch out, world. She's being raised on the south side of the house. Hi, Trig.
Who's a good boy? Trig is, of course.
It's like the 4th week of working on the front suspension here, so our model here at Crossthread Garage is, if we're gonna do it right, we're gonna have to do it twice. This project, a couple of three-peats going on, so. Let's show them what we gotta do this week, Caitlin. New bushings on the sway bar. We gotta put the drag link in, tie rods on both sides. We went ahead and installed the idler arm here and got the new steering gear put in here. So I got that done last night. New power steering lines from the back of the pump.
Wait,
So,
we just need to put the wheels on, right?
Caitlin,
What?
I literally just went through about 8 things we have to do.
I wasn't listening.
Yeah, shocker.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a guest star on today's show. My bestie, Bryn. Oh, man.
Caitlin,
What?
what did the horse say after he fell?
You call my neighbor. I don't know.
Help. I've fallen and I can't giddy up.
Oh, that's a good one. Knee slapper.
Bring that castle nut back here, Caitlin. Oh, you got it. Go ahead and put it on there, Bryn. Steering linkage is now in loose. Ignore all that old oil residue. We haven't cleaned that up yet. That's probably not brake fluid. We're not going to worry about that either. Ooh, look, new rubber bushings. That's nice. Okay, let's go ahead and tighten these up. So now we've got to get the sway bar links on here.
And
The new bushings and these sway bars. You got to work on the side that we're working on.
wait, why can't you run over on this side? We can get this side done.
Do you have a jack over there on that side?
Yes.
No, you don't. Plus, I think our sway bar has moved some. These holes are not lining up.
We thought it broke off and fell out somewhere. So Mary and Katie were running around trying to find a bowl, and I was like, guys, what size is that brand? 7. Okie dokie. Me and my twin are putting on the wheels back on. Yeah. And then we just gotta lift it up and we can start time lapse. So everyone has to watch us put off. Yeah, you got it. You're doing great.
What was that?
This thingamabob.
Okay, that's the cap.
No.
So that has to go back on.
Apparently, me and Brent can't get that.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to help. I just like lift it up to like. Okay. Now me and Brent can do it. Almost.
Once the weight's off those jack stands.
Not yet.
Alright.
Now we gotta slowly lower it. Ladies and gentlemen, look at that! She has been lowered!
Holy smokes, Caitlin.
This thing is low!
Right over here. Guys, this is not a joke. I got a call last week from a company that makes laser levels. And they said, we need your eyes to come calibrate our equipment. Look at how straight this thing is.
Look how nice this thing looks.
Man, I just can't get over that.
No, we need to show. Okay, right here we need to insert a before picture of when we got this.
Don't worry.
Because this thing is like, look at this is nice.
Front to settle a little bit. All right, where'd we end up, Caitlin?
It's a little less than an inch. What?
We're at 34 on the back body line.
Which was in our calculations on the fridge, by the way. We did our calculations right.
We're at 34 1/4 on the front, but it's gonna settle. First time we drive it, rotate the suspension, everything's gonna settle in. We're gonna be pretty much dead 34
Just like in our calculations.
on the front end. That looks, wait, is it even on both sides? That's another question. Yep, 34 1/4 here.
No.
At the body line.
Oh. Yep, 34.
Guys, this is like a Proverbs 16:9 moment. A man makes plans in his own mind, but the Lord is the one who sets his steps. This is not the way we planned this. 4 weeks now of working on the suspension?
Yes.
We planned on 2 weeks of working on the suspension, but Bryn, what do you think? We haven't asked you.
It's nice.
Is this a cool truck or what?
Yeah.
Would you be seen driving in this truck?
Oh yeah. For sure. For sure. Yes.
Approved.